While doing my research for our final presentation, I came across a New York Times opinion headline that read, "How Hitler Pioneered Fake News." Interesting. I thought it was worth investigating. Examining it further, there's an abundance of similarities to Hitler's campaign and those we've witnessed here in America, especially the campaign of Donald Trump. To gain support and deter conflict, the Nazis spread misinformation far and wide, their ultimate goal being to confuse the American public on what was actually taking place in Europe, long enough for the Nazis to get their footing first. They claimed that Franklin Roosevelt was a warmonger and a closeted Jew, that the wars in Eastern Europe were all the fault of England, and they blamed the American press for being hell-bent on going to war against sweet, innocent little Germany. They even used Nazi spies positioned within the U.S. to spread the deception. Nazi agents even staged a fake attack on a German radio transmission tower, an attack that Hitler used as a pretext to invade Poland the following day. And when I thought about it, I said, sounds kind of familiar. In 1937, Congress enacted the Foreign Agents Registration Act to help ensure the American public wasn't fed pro-Nazi fake news during the years leading up to America's entry into the war. The Nazis even forced Jews held at the concentration camps, soon to be murdered, to send out postcards to friends and family, assuring them of their well-being and of the wonderful conditions at camp. Nazis promised everything to everyone. They told outright lies. Similarly, Trump found power in fake news by not only projecting it, but by labeling stories in opposition to him as fake news as well. This worked to discredit much of the media at large. As highlighted in Post-Truth, Trump claimed without evidence that if he lost the election, it's because the election was rigged. He claimed he actually won the popular vote. And despite what 17 intelligence agencies said, he claimed that Russia had not hacked the election. And as our new American president began pointing his fingers and casting blame and doubt, it gave permission to the American citizens to do the same, which I think we've all been experiencing as of late. I believe this is the underlying issue, this idea of opposition. I believe most of us were raised on the notion of a unified America working towards the same goal, some version of utopia. I think somewhere in the back of our minds, we also have the idea that all humanity is supposedly unified in this aim. As we mature and come to understand the nature of life, however, we see that this tragically is not the case. Everyone seems to be working against one another for personal gain. I think it's important to take the time and remember that together we are indeed greater than the sum of our parts. We are not opponents, we are allies. The more complicated these structures and systems have evolved to be, the worse it seems to have left humanity. Is there a way to simplify? Well, one way to untangle the webs we weave is through truth, the simple, honest truth. Not just when it preserves our ego, but always, because that is how we preserve the human race. Thank you.